Okay, good afternoon everyone and welcome to Tottenham Hotspur's training ground for this media conference ahead of tomorrow's Uefa Nations League fixture with Finland at Wembley. Joined by Lee Carsley and also Harry Kane, who, as you know, is set to win his 100th cap tomorrow night. Housekeeping, the usual maximum 3 questions per person during the first round, and if we do have time we'll come back to you. Rob, do you want to get us underway?
Good to see you, Lee. If you don't mind, we'll change the normal format a little bit and start with the man on your left, because it's a heck of an achievement. Harry, congratulations.
Thank you.
Look, I know the statistics matter to you, and I know how aware you are of the history of all of this. Just how special a landmark is it?
No, it's really special. I think, like I always say, I think sometimes it's hard to really sink in whilst you're still playing and whilst these moments come. And I spoke about that previously with some of the goal-scoring records. But no, this is one I'm extremely proud of. I think it shows great consistency over a long period of time. I think when you look at some of the other players who have achieved it, some of our greatest ever players. So something I'm really excited for. I have my family there to enjoy the moment as well. And I think for sure a moment when I'm retired that I'll probably look back on with immense pride. But I'm excited. I'm excited for the game. I'm excited to be back at Wembley, and I just hope it can be a special night all round with a win and hopefully a goal as well.
How many more caps can you win? How many more goals do you want to score? Do you set yourself targets like that? I know you have done in the past. Have you set one after this?
I think I feel in really good shape. I feel both physically and mentally at a peak in my career, and I think just watching other players, like watching Ronaldo score his 901st goal yesterday and seeing him compete at I think 38 or 39 years old, just inspires me to play for as long as possible. I love this game. I love representing England more than anything, and I don't want it to end anytime soon. So, for me personally now, it's just about continuing to improve and be consistent, and both in an England shirt and at club level, and that's what I'd always do. And who knows, how many caps I can get or how many goals I can get, but I'm hungry for more, and I'm determined to keep pushing the boundaries.
Lee, I've got to ask you about the man on your left, because it's an extraordinary achievement. But anyone who has ambitions to manage England knows just how important he is. Yeah. That has his backing and his ability in his goal scoring on the pitch as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've only worked with him for I think it's 7 days, but straight away you can see how motivated he is, how committed he is, how much of a good example he is around the players. Every single session he's the first out, and to have that kind of example for the younger players coming through is testament to him and his motivation. We spoke on the phone when I was confirmed for the job, and you could tell straight away how motivated he was to win a major tournament with England, which is brilliant for whoever comes in.
Hi. It will be your first time leading the England senior side out at Wembley tomorrow. How much of a special moment will that be, and is it something you've thought about? Yeah,
it's not something I've thought about until recently. I think it was a really proud moment the other day. To be on the sideline, and another great night hopefully for the players on Tuesday night. Really looking forward to the game. We've had another couple of good sessions in between the last match, so I'm excited by it. We'll make 2 or 3 changes, freshen the team up a little bit. But what I've noticed with this group is how motivated they are to do well, and you should really look forward to playing at home, especially at Wembley, on a pitch like that, in a venue like that. So yeah, looking forward to the game.
I was just going to touch on that there. How do you balance the expectation of England to win the match tomorrow versus maybe making those changes to keep things fresh?
Well, I think with that is the balance. I think if you make 11 changes, it maybe sends out the wrong signal. But like I said, the good thing about this group is that they are highly motivated to do well. So there will be 2 or 3 changes, but I don't see wholesale changes. But it's important that we do manage the minutes. Some of the players are still in that pre-season phase. Basically against the amount of time that they had off in the summer. So we have to make sure that we're protecting them as well.
And a question for Harry. Congratulations on the 100th cap for tomorrow. I know he sat next to you and you said it's only been 7 days, but how has it been working with Lee over this past week?
No, it's been really good. I think there's been a new energy into the players, especially obviously after the disappointing end to the summer, and yeah, it's been great to work with the boss so far, and he's brought his ideas and his freedom in how he wants us to play. So yeah, I think the lads have enjoyed it. You know, we've got a good mixture of experience and youth in the team, and you're seeing, you know, the excited faces of some of the new players, and yeah, you know, we're looking forward to another game tomorrow night. I thought we had a really good game against Ireland a couple of days ago. It was a game that could have easily been a tricky one, but to be as comfortable as we was, I think shows, you know, a good set in stone. And now I think going into tomorrow's game at home, you know, we're really excited to go out there and express ourselves. So hopefully get another win.
Okay, we'll go Henry next, but Alex, if you can pass the mic back. Henry, you go.
Hi, Lee. Harry, congratulations. Quick question for Lee. First, good luck tomorrow. Just on the sort of the traditional, in inverted commas, number 9. I mean, you talk to people at academies and the coaches, and they say they're not really coming through. Is that because everyone wants to be a number 10? They want to play wide?
Yeah, well, I think just the role in general has changed of your, you know, especially the number 9s that I was brought up with and played with. I think the EPPP and the academy system has really helped develop all-round footballers who then play in positions rather than developing a number 9. So, yeah, you see players that are, I mean, I'd say, you know, the majority of full-backs now were wingers. You know, centre-backs now are more than capable of playing centre midfield just because of their attributes and the amount of contact time now that academies have. So, yeah, I think from our point of view, from a coach's point of view, I think we have to be a lot more open and receptive to players' profile and their capabilities rather than their positions.
Lee, congratulations on 2-0 against
Thank
Ireland.
you.
A great start as the New England interim manager. Your decision of bringing in Jack Grealish into the squad has Ireland already.
Yeah.
What are some other changes that you are going to be implementing to hopefully secure success against Finland?
Well, I think we have to be mindful that I think we've had 6 sessions now in total. So there's one or two things that we've adjusted and tried to implement. But I think we spoke about this in a while back in the first press conference, that there was a lot of good things happening already. You know, we've just tried to make a few adjustments as opposed to wholesale changes, and the most positive thing about it is that the players are open to trying something different or maybe being a bit more risky in certain areas. So hopefully we can continue that. We've got total belief that they can do it. We try not to ask players to do anything that we don't think they're capable of and put them in a position where they're going to fail. So hopefully we can show people on Tuesday again that we're moving forward.
And from tactics to mindset, what have you learned from leading the under-21s to championships that you're going to be implementing into the senior team?
I think there's definitely a lot of similarities. I think regardless of tactics or game plans, I think from a mentality point of view, players have to know that you believe in them, that you care for them, that you want them to do well, that you're supporting them, and ultimately, I think if you can create that environment, that hopefully you're going to see performances. So that's what we're trying to do.
And in your first press conference for England, you said, really confident in the job that I can do. You've made a strong impression. If you get another win against Finland and you are granted the opportunity, would you like to stay on as England's manager?
I think it's been quite clear that I'm doing the three camps. You know, I'm really happy with that. You know, if it changes, also I'm happy with that. I'm very privileged in the position that I'm in terms of the head coach for the under-21s. I've enjoyed it so far. You know, I'm having to focus really, you know, 100% every day on just doing a good job on that day rather than looking too far ahead. So, but yeah, if you know, the most important thing is the team as opposed to the coaches. They should be the ones that are in the spotlight and getting the attention. Thanks.
Hi Lee, just looking at the pathway that the FA brought in, not just for players like Harry, because I'll ask you in a second about your experiences for the pathway, but as a coach, how has it benefited the team, having the lads coming through the same pathway, having the same similar sort of experiences? How's that benefited you as well, personally as a coach?
I think it's had a lot of benefits. I think we should also we talk about the DNA, which is obviously the way that we want to play and the way that we want to coach. But the jobs that the academies are doing as well is makes our job a lot easier. The players are coming in at such a high level, and the competitions for places to get into squads and stay in squads. That's why you can see that players are moving through the pathway quite smoothly. So when you lose a player that goes up to a higher age group, the next one comes in and it's almost a seamless transition. A big thing about the the DNA as well is the England experience. We spoke about it before in terms of 80% of our players are dual nationality, so they have options. It's not just England that they can play for. So, you know, when a player comes into St George, first experience in an England shirt, that you enjoy the experience, that you feel rated, you feel cared for, is just as important as the sessions that the coaches put on.
And Harry, obviously 100 caps, congratulations. But can you think back to when you started your pathway, under 17s, I think it was when you first started?
Yeah, under 17s. I played under 17s, under 19s, under 20s, under 21s, and were great, you know, learning curves for me. You know, had some great coaches, and I think just playing with the best players in the country helped me develop at that age to improve and see where the level was at. Because, you know, when I was starting out, I wasn't going to be the next big thing. I had to work extremely hard to be consistent and improve, and and I think England helped me see that just by being around some of the best players. So I think, you know, you're seeing more and more our younger teams have success, and I think that's definitely helping the senior team, because as they're coming in, they're pushing us, they're making the competition stronger, they're having them good experiences even at youth level tournaments, but that helps them coming into major tournaments with the senior team as well. So the future is definitely bright for us, and I think, you know, there's a lot of exciting players on the horizon, and the way, you know, we're performing as a senior team are just, you know, pushing everyone to be even better.
Okay, Carrie.
Just to check with you, Lee, have you got a fully fit squad, everyone available to you?
Yeah, no changes to that, so we're in a good position.
And do you think it's a good chance maybe for the likes of Gibbs, White, Gomez, Noni to come into the side and with John Stones' feature?
Well, I think they've all got a chance of playing. I think the level that the players have trained at puts everyone in the chance of getting minutes or starting the game. So we've been very fortunate this week that, you know, having lost the three lads quite early, that, you know, we were lucky to keep everyone else fit and ready for action.
And also, looking to this encounter, what are the key markers that you want to tick off on this one coming in to Wembley, to a home game? You've already seen what your players can do in an intense environment, but what do you want to see next?
Well, I still want us to see us playing with that control. I think it's important that we're exciting to watch. I think when fans come watch England play at home, you know, they expect attacking football, they expect chances to be created, and to play with the tempo, and us be on the ball. So I wouldn't see that being any different tomorrow.
And Harry, on the front foot from the off in that opening match, what's the mood in the dressing room coming into such a hostile environment and putting behind the Euros to come away with a win?
Yeah, I think the mood's good. I think, like I touched on earlier, I think the performance is really good, and also to win 2-0 away from home and, you know, not concede hardly any chances shows that it was a really top performance. There was areas, especially in the second half, where we know we could have controlled it a little bit better and had larger spells of dominance. But yeah, overall, I think it was as good as an away performance as you can ask for, especially coming off the back of a tough summer. So now everyone's, you know, excited to be back at home in front of our fans. And hopefully just put on a great performance. We want to score goals. We want to, you know, create a load of chances and play, you know, a real attacking style. And we can only do that as players when we're on the pitch tomorrow.
Okay, James Ollie.
Hi, both. Good luck tomorrow. Harry, firstly, you talked a few times about Ronaldo and sort of being inspired by him. But do you have a personal relationship with him? Do you know him at all?
No, I've met him a couple of times just at different events and stuff. But no, he was someone. Him and both Messi were people I looked up to growing up. You know, they was in their prime as I was coming into teenage years, and you know, probably when I was coming into football, where I really wanted to improve and get better, not just where I loved football, it was where I actually, where can I improve? So, you know, I think both of them were inspirations to me. But I just think, to have that hunger and desire, and to have that determination, and almost a sense to keep proving people wrong and proving to yourself that you can, you know, be the best you can be, and then, you know, whenever the day comes that you stop playing, you can be proud of what you're doing. So, I try and use, you know, different players to motivate me, especially players who are older than me. So, like I touched on, to score over 900 goals in your career is something, an exceptional record, and to play until the age he is really inspiring, and I think that just helps me and motivates me to, you know that I've got many more years ahead at the highest level.
A lot of players, when they get older, they drop deeper, but it's the fact that he's still playing as a 9 at his age, is that particularly sort of inspiring to you?
Yeah, I think it depends on circumstance. I think it depends on managers and different systems and where you find yourself. You know, I think as a player, personally, I've always been someone who can play high or drop deep. I feel like, you know, I've got enough all-round game to be effective in both areas. So, yeah, I think a lot of that depends on, you know, the manager you're playing under and the personnel you're playing with. But, yeah, for me personally, it's just about, you know, being better, you know, with Bayern with the new coach now, you know, a lot of high intensity pressing, a lot of high pressure situations without the ball especially, which is helping me improve. And it's similar here with England. You know, it's all about intensity. I feel like football in general is just becoming more and more that type of style where you've got a lot of man-for-man pressure and a lot of 1v1 battles on the pitch. And yeah, it's something that you have to be able to cope with because it's probably only going to get more physical and more tough as the years go on.
Thank you. And Lee, you played some really good stuff against Ireland, and obviously there was a sort of conversation around the negativity of the team and maybe they're a bit too conservative before you took over. So do you feel a sense of responsibility to entertain? Is that kind of part of your job?
No, I don't think so. No, I think. I like watching attacking football. I like coaching it. I think I made a decision when I started coaching. That's how I wanted my teams to play, try and outscore the opposition, regardless of the state of the game. I think obviously it's entertainment as well. So you want to create as many chances as you can and be in possession of the ball. So that's what I see as a responsibility, making sure that you're not stifling the players with your information and to get the best out of them. So that's what we've tried to do.
And I know you've been asked a lot about taking the job on a permanent basis, but do you feel that beating Ireland and playing well, that you're a step closer to it?
I feel like we're a step closer as a team. I try not to think about myself too much. If I'm being honest, it's almost insignificant whether it's an issue or not. The best person should get the job. It's an unbelievable job with a great group of players and potential. I know exactly what my role is over the next 3 camps, so I'm more than comfortable with that.
Thank you. Thank you, James. Rob, if you can pass back to Simon, please.
There's a question to both. Obviously, we're going to be celebrating Harry's achievements tomorrow, but we're also going to mark the tribute to Sven.
Yeah.
So, as a coach, can you just talk about him and his legacy, and for Harry as a fan, I guess, growing up, your memories of Sven?
Yeah, no. I think one of our, I'd say most famous, most popular managers we've had as a national team, of course. It would be a sad night for a lot of England fans and a lot of England players, and there'd be a good tribute to him that he fully deserves. And from what I understand, obviously I didn't get to meet him personally, but just a great person. Really loyal to his players and his job, and I think he'll go down as one of England's best managers. And from our point of view, we just wish all his family and friends their condolences, and we hope we can pay a good tribute tomorrow night.
Yeah, I was never lucky enough to meet him, to be honest. I played against his teams a few times. Obviously, speaking to Ashley, who played under him, what he speaks mostly about is what a great person he was. Obviously, he was a highly decorated coach as well, and the period he had with England, with the generation of players that he worked with, everyone speaks about the atmosphere and how much they enjoyed playing for him. So yeah, like Harry says, hopefully we can pay a nice tribute to him, and he'll be remembered fondly by everyone, I'm sure.
We'll finish back with Rob Dorsey.
Lee, can I just ask you one more? You said ahead of the Dublin game, the Ireland game, that you'd worked, even in 3 days, you'd found 2 or 3 different ways of playing that you'd been working on. Can you tell us a bit more about that and what those styles are? And also, a quick one, is there anybody that, because of loading, can't play a full 90 minutes tomorrow?
No, there's no one that can't play a full 90. I think we've still got a responsibility, though, that we have to make sure that we're checking on the physical condition live during the game. We've got that that data so we can do that. In terms of the way that we're playing, it sometimes adjusts depending on what the team is and the individuals. So it's you know, with the different players in different positions, we have to adjust the team a little bit, and it's just literally small details, but very simple, and hopefully a little bit more quicker to implement, given the amount of time that we've got. I mean, generally stuff like this you get a chance to work on for 2 or 3 weeks in pre-season, then try it in friendly games. But effectively, this is another pre-season game for us. It's our John McDermott said that the first 45 minutes against Ireland was our best training session. Which, when you think about it like that, I suppose he's definitely right that we expect so much. And this will be the first time this team's played together. Obviously, the players have played in 3 and 4s together, so we don't try and give them too much information, but just 2 or 3 concepts in different areas of the pitch that hopefully will be effective.
Okay, we'll conclude it there. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.